One concern you always have when you're going loading cattle into a truck is whether or not you're going to injure them going up the chute, in the door. You really want to make sure that loading chute's a minimum of 12 feet long. 12 foot allows them to have a more gradual slope. I really like the design on this one because it's solid on the bottoms to keep a leg from coming out as they're going up the chute, but it's open sides to where you can still get the cattle to move up the chute by walking down their side. If you look in the interior of it, it has cleats in the floor to where the cattle won't slip when they're going up there as well. The main thing is to get it level enough to where they're not having to step up very high to go into the truck, or certainly don't have it too high to where if they slip, once they step in the truck, that a foot can go out and then either tear the hoof off or break the leg as it comes back in. When you're working with a loading chute, there's several places you can position it. If you have a good way you can back one up to an existing crowd alley or something, I don't like loading out through a chute or even a head gate necessarily, unless they've got enough room to come out from under there before they scrape their back on the top of the gate. So that's something to always consider. I see a lot of loading chutes set at the front of a chute, and that's a concern you'd have. If you can open the head gate up and back it up to it, it's a more desirable situation. If you want to build a separate loadout, which is my recommendation from where you work the cattle normally, the cattle are somewhat reluctant sometimes to go into a chute setting, and you want them to go onto a truck without balking too much. So I'd like to have a loadout separate from where I load the squeeze, the chute or the head gate, and that way the cattle can flow into that system a little easier sometimes.